Well, I'm sure you've got good news for us, Robin.
Well, let's see. First of all, I want to get to the Boston Marathon.
I was in that.
Yesterday, I played you a little clip of this woman, Unabomber, who was a two-time winner yesterday. She's running in the 100th Boston Marathon. Well, she won again yesterday. And it wasn't an easy win.
Because?
She was having female problems.
Oh, no kidding. That's funny.
She had cramping and apparently drank a lot of water to try to, I don't know, feel better.
So she got diarrhea?
And look better, and she had a lot of diarrhea.
Oh, that's great. That was like, what was her name, who was in the New York Marathon?
Greta White.
Greta White, yes.
She made in her pants.
All the time.
She pooped in her pants while she was running. That marathon running is so bad for you. It is so.
You know, it's amazing to me that you can keep running with all that going on.
Yeah, we complain when we get a little diarrhea. We can't do the show.
You get a hangnail.
Right.
In bed.
I know. I'm totally distracted. These people are, you know what it is? They're all obsessed with staying thin. I don't care what you tell me. So were there flies following her? Did she look like a Biafran?
All I know is that there was such a mess.
Like a horse?
That, like, they had to wrap her in a diaper, like somebody put it.
Wait a second. Let me get this straight. So she starts running. Before she ran, she didn't have the diarrhea.
No, it started off, she was okay.
Okay. So she drank a lot of water so she wouldn't dehydrate. She starts running, and she gets cramps, and she starts to get diarrhea. So she just evacuates while she's running.
Well, you can't stop. Somebody will overtake you.
So it goes right down her legs?
Yes.
Do they have film of that?
Well, you can see, they got pictures in the paper today with arrows pointing to,
Let me see that. Hold it a second. Jackie, go over and get that.
It's on a Xerox copy, because this is from the Boston Globe, so you really can't see.
Hold on, I got to see something.
Obviously, she had a lot of problems. There were a lot of reports about what was going on with her. And the difficulty she was having.
So what is it? So as she's running, she's dooting down the side of her leg.
Yeah, I mean, you can see it dribbles.
Let's see. In one of the most amazing finishes in marathon history, Germany's Jutta Pippig sped past Weary Kenyon Taliga Larupi near the 25-mile mark. Oh, I see. There's the arrow. Some kid drew that in.
Yeah, but, I mean, you can tell there's stuff dribbling down her leg.
I had some problems with my period, Pippig said shyly. I thought you don't even get your period once you start running 18 miles a day.
Well, obviously she still got one.
I didn't expect it would become this worse. Diarrhea. I felt so nice. I felt not nice, so I used a lot of water around me so that I looked better, and also for my legs that I could clean it up a bit. She's running and cleaning up her legs. Oh, she must have stunk.
Well, that's probably why that woman had to move out of her way.
I know.
You don't know. It could add to the race in a number of ways.
Can you imagine what a sick sport that is? It's not even a sport. It's just people who want to stay thin who get caught up in it. And then...
Well, I consider a sport anything that, is kind of grueling, gets you into shape, and you compete against other people with. So, it is a sport.
You ever see these runners? First of all, they look like men. They lose all their estrogen. And the guys who run...
Not enough.
Yeah, right, evidently. All these guys look like skinny... They look like Dachau victims.
Well, you know what they're saying now, because they have all gone to those high-carbohydrate, low-fat diets, that they do better if they add a little fat back into the diet. So that's maybe why she still has a period.
Yeah.
Because they actually perform better if they start eating fat.
Yeah, you might need to do that once in a while.
Yeah.
It's Auschwitz on wheels. Auschwitz with diarrhea.
But you couldn't have kept running.
Oh, yes, I could. I tell you, I'm a trooper. I plan to have diarrhea through the entire filming of my movie. I feel bad for the people running behind her. Take a look at what they had to stare at. So was her whole...
Because they said, somebody faxed me a note about this earlier, and they said the whole back of her trunks were brown. Oh. And they did wrap a towel around her because it was just running.
Meanwhile, she was running. It was running, but they wrapped a towel around her?
Yeah, like somebody handed her towels or something, and they were trying to swaddle her and diaper her while she was moving.
I should have Gary do that during the show. I should just have diarrhea and have him swaddle and diaper me. Swaddle me.
I find that that the most amazing thing?
I don't even think you get paid for running in the Boston Marathon. Or winning.
You do win something, yeah. The person who wins wins. But the other guys are running for free.
Jesus. All right. Well, there you go. That's a great story.
Here's Uda Pipik. I do think I have her saying something.
Let's hope she's talking about diarrhea.
I don't think so.
Then we can skip that tape. Let's see what she says.
Maybe you can hear a little discomfort in her voice.
Okay.
For me to pass her.
Oh, yeah. I hear it.
Okay, I'm honest in this moment and just thought about
Hey, honey, go buy some toilet paper.
myself, and I said, hey, you can do it. You can go, push, and
Push, don't push.
She did push.
try to win this race.
She gave birth. Oh, that's gross. Is she hot? She can't be hot. No runner's hot.
She's cute.
Is she?
Yeah, she's very cute.
I've never seen anything but Xerox pictures of her.
She won from jet propulsion.
She has special fuel.
Oh, that is disgusting. That is really hideous.
Oh, dear. 38,000 people were behind her.
Catching her whiff. No shame in this country. No shame in that country either.
You know, they're wheelchair people. We often have people in the New York Marathon who are in wheelchairs or on other modes of transportation.
Which is ridiculous.
Days.
Yeah. That's not real. You can't sit down and be in the marathon. That's like me saying I'm going to sit down and be in a marathon. I'm going to enter in a wheelchair. I never believe any of that. I see that on the news.
Well, they have wheelchair contestants in the Boston Marathon, too, but at least they finish in decent times. They finish faster than some people can run it.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, that ain't right.
One wheelchair guy ran it in 1 hour, 30 minutes, and 14 seconds.
I'm sure they could beat me. Yeah, well, of course he can beat people. He's not running. He's wheeling himself.
Still, Howard.
I think I'd be faster in a wheelchair.
I don't think so. Jeez. That's incredible.
I can't even walk.
Maybe you should try wheelchair cut.
No, you always see these guys 3 days after the Boston Marathon. They're in a wheelchair, and they're going over the finish line, and they're tying up traffic. Nobody can get to work.
That's right, because they've already gotten rid of the contest, and all the other things are down. But now you got to stop traffic again because this guy's got to get.
You know what I'm going to do next year as a stunt?
What?
Since we're on in the morning in Boston now, I'm going to do the entire event in a golf cart. I'm just going to drive through. Hey, man, I'm handicapped. Well, you can't do that. Well, hey, how come that guy can sit down? Well, he's handicapped. So am I.
My arms don't work either.
Right.
Well, I just think it's really interesting when a woman overcomes such adversity.
Right.
Win a big race like that. I wonder how the other women feel who were doing fine that day. You know, that they couldn't beat a woman.
Who had a major problem.
Who had lots and lots of problems.
Like, have you ever, like, gone and made a poop and then not been able to wipe? I mean, it's hard.
No.
I'm saying.
I mean, but running down your legs?
Yeah, I mean, it's unbelievable.
There's no way I could stop. I could not stop.
Cross City. Oh. She had water. She was splashing.
But, yeah, you can't do a good job. You need a scrub brush at that point.
Oh, man. Oh, nasty business.
Oh, my.
It's a very disgusting thought. But,
Strap a bidet on your temple.
And, you know, like they got to throw that little, I don't know what they give you at the end of the Boston Marathon, but, you know, like a guy has to come.
A roll of toilet paper. The wreath they put over you.
But, you know, doesn't a commentator or news people, don't they have to come up and talk to you right after the race? They don't give you time to clean
No,
up.
they were like, you hold the microphone. Interview yourself.
Had one of those long sticks. Everybody was doing the boom thing.
Can you wipe with a wreath? That'd be great. Excuse me, here's your winning wreath. Thank you. I'll need this. Let me take a break. We'll come back.
Oh, man.
We'll do the rest of the news.
It's the Howard Stern Show.
All right.
Howard.
Let's continue with the news. Robin, what else is going on?
Oh, by the way, in the Boston Marathon, a 61-year-old Swedish man died after collapsing of an apparent heart attack at the finish line.
It's got to be insane. 63 years old running. How many miles is that thing?
26 point something. Isn't that the usual marathon?
That's not healthy. You know, even the experts say, you know, you want to go out, run 2, 3, 4 miles, okay, but it's 23 miles.
26.2 miles.
Ridiculous. Of course he dropped dead.
I wonder what his time was.
For dropping dead? I'm sure it was short and sweet.
I hope he broke a record at least.
Yeah, he's probably out there training like crazy, getting headaches, ignoring all the signals his body's letting off, blood coming out of the penis.
I mean, here you're supposed to be in the most fantastic physical shape.
Yeah.
And then you know, go and try to do something with your body you've worked on, and it drops dead on you.
Well, you know what that 7-year-old girl's mother said? He died happy.
Well, that's exactly what she said.
He died doing what he loved.
Yesterday, they had the funeral services for little Jessica Dubro out in California.
Did she have her 9-year-old son fly over?
No, the weather was too bad.
Aww.
He was grounded by bad weather.
They should have made him fly anyway.
The tragedy of this just keeps compounding and compounding. Now we learn that the little girl was already disqualified from the world record.
Right.
Because on the first day, the flight instructor had his hands on the controls while she was flying.
Right.
And had to do a lot of the takeoff. So she wasn't even going to qualify.
She wasn't even going to make the world record.
There was no record even to be talked about from that moment on.
Yeah, well,
so the very first day, she was disqualified.
Well, you know why they continued. The media was so captivated with them.
Absolutely.
And Dad was seeing the cameras on him, and Mom was seeing the cameras. They got starstruck.
And even Ted Koppel is now saying that the media has to take some responsibility for this. Because, you know, being on a national television show is a great lure, and people aspire to it.
Oh, so it's the media's fault.
And you cannot... Well, you certainly can't turn around a day later and say, what were you doing?
Ted
Koppel,
Koppel,
you've been following these people around.
Ted Koppel has the mind of a flea.
Oh, thank you.
The parents should know better. Imagine blaming the media. The media's just a bunch of jerks like everybody else running around looking for a story.
They're all adults. And as I said before, the media was gung-ho and was following these people around with bated breath the day before it happened, and then the day after, they castigated her, and the headlines in the paper were, "You wretch, what were you doing?"
Right, well, the parents.
The media wants to have it both ways.
I don't want to have anything. I'm in the media. I wouldn't care less. I say anybody who wants to act like a moron, come on my show. I'll watch you. Parents and kids alike.
At least don't condemn them after you've done it.
No, the media.
You were a part of it, too.
Right.
You should have been appalled at the very beginning if you're going to be appalled.
But I don't blame the media.
Consequences were always there.
Yeah, I don't blame the media. Anyway, go ahead.
Let me go on with this funeral, please.
Yeah.
Stop arguing with me.
No, you're the one arguing with me, darling.
No, I was talking. I simply said what Ted Koppel said.
Ted Koppel's a moron.
Anyway, we can go on now. I was talking about how the tragedy of this whole thing has been compounding every time we learn more about it. So there was no contest anymore. She was disqualified the very first day she took off, this little 7-year-old girl. I guess the reason they continued to go ahead with this was because they were enjoying all of the media attention. Mom now says it was just because Jessica liked to fly so much she was going to do all 7,000 miles anyway, or whatever it was. Yesterday, she was eulogized at her funeral as, you know, a little girl who could get into everyone's soul. And a great pioneer. So here's some of the music from the services.
All right. It's called Song.
There's number 3, number 4, and number 5. It was a backyard funeral, and they had a service there, and everybody who felt like saying something then stepped up and had something to say.
All right. Here's some music from the funeral. It's always nice to hear that. They're all singing and everything. They should have taken the mother and thrown her out of the house. They should have thrown her through a window. Singing, man. They're awful. What's all that noise?
This is a funeral. It's a backyard funeral.
Oh. Couldn't they get somebody good to show up? Couldn't they get a black person to sing that song?
More of the music. I just wanted to see what kind of singing there was for little Jessica. She captured our hearts and minds and then had a rotten service.
The Fox Net.
Oh, that's not singing. Hold on. Let me see if I got more songs. Okay, hold on.
What are you doing? Are you looking at what you're doing?
Hey, what's with you, man? Give me a break. You want to run these? You be my guest.
And the boys go in the bed, and Mary raised a family, and Oxford made a Dixie back, and we all look just the same. There's a green one, and a pink one, and a blue one, and a yellow one.
Must have been some service.
Here's another song. I would have been depressed. I would have gotten up in a plane. Crashed. She's lucky she's not alive to hear this singing.
Put a few more people in their graves.
We roll the concrete over it to try to keep it back. The concrete gets high, but it has.
There's a bottom line here.
But wait, they're singing about concrete? Did she say concrete?
Yeah.
Is that about the plane hitting the concrete?
No, I hope not.
Man.
Is that, these were...
Where's this, Wyoming?
No, California.
Really? There's no Negro spiritual choirs in
like I said, backyard funeral service.
Black people don't work backyard funerals?
No, not at all.
Really? Never heard of that.
These were kind of a hippie family. Jessica's mother and father were never married.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that the father at one time declared bankruptcy.
Cool.
The mother raised the children vegetarian and taught them at home.
Great.
So
that's always healthy for kids.
We're talking about one of those way out there groups. It's a wonder. Flying is a very expensive hobby.
Yeah.
And for a guy who's, at one point declaring bankruptcy, he can afford to have his children flying around all over the place.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
It's seed money. Maybe your kids can make you some money.
I think it's an investment kind of thing.
Yeah. Hey, there's a guy on the phone from Australia wants to put us on his radio show.
Oh,
you
yeah?
interested?
Sure.
All right.
Australian radio? We've never been on that.
The John Kennedy show. But he's not the John Kennedy we know. John. He's a wacky Australian.
Is he just going to do that, or is he going to talk to us?
John?
Howard.
You're on in Australia?
We're live on the air at Sydney's Triple M, and the show is called The Rubber Room, by the way.
The Rubber Room?
Are you proud of that?
Are you? Yeah. Did that take all creative juices to come up with that name, The Rubber Room?
No, it gives me an audio orgasm every time I go on the air. I just dress up in rubber.
Are you a funny guy?
No, I'm not funny at all. What's funny about dressing up in rubber? I'm perverted. I'm a pervert.
Oh, boy. Poor Australia.
They have you on the radio in Australia.
I guess he's a version of us, but it's like a bad version.
Is this like real radio, or is this a pirate radio station? What is this?
Is this government-sanctioned radio, or are you on a pirate radio station?
Tell me, are you talking about that girl who died in a plane crash, are you?
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Oh, God, now you want to interview us. Answer the question. What kind of radio is this?
Yeah, we asked you a question, then you're asking us about a girl in a plane crash?
Oh, well, let's get...
Dude, why did you call me?
I called you because I want to talk about life. Do you want to talk about Australia? Okay, let's talk about the girl.
Hey, dude, maybe I'll leave you to do your radio show. You sound like you're doing a fine job all on your own.
No, well, ask me a question. I'll answer it properly.
We asked you, what kind of radio is this?
Yeah, is it the government radio station, or is it like a pirate radio station?
No, it's the #1 rock station in Australia. Can you believe it?
And Triple M is the name of the station?
Yep, just like K-Rock.
And how many people do you reach?
5.5 million. Not very big, huh?
Most Australians were former prisoners anyway.
Yeah, a prison colony, yeah.
And they got to sit there and listen to this guy all morning.
Oh, no, but the English are criticise us all the time about having...
Imagine if Australia actually got some good radio and I actually came over there and did it. I mean, maybe I'll just syndicate my show to Australia.
Yeah, this guy could retire.
Yeah, but they're probably uptight about it. They only want to have Australian morning guys.
Yeah, they got that second country mentality.
Got any Aborigines in your audience?
Lots of them. Actually, I'm Aborigine.
Are you?
Yeah.
And you're very funny, too.
Thanks very much. I think you're very funny.
I think your career is going very well.
You know, when we have sex with sheep, you know how we have sex with them?
Well, this is his sex humor.
Oh, boy.
I just talk about sex, and now he's trying to talk about Australian girls and sex.
Rubber
room.
Rubber room with the peenie head.
Mm.
All right, dude, I got to go, man. You're not bowling me over.
Okay, then thank you very much. The world loves and cares for you.
Right.
More lesbians, more lesbians, more lesbians.
Man, what a weird guy.
Oh, boy.
What's going on in Australia? It's like I've spawned a whole race of...
And it's worldwide.
Yeah, that's the point. It's going on in Australia now. Lesbians.
And, you know, it's so far. It's like telephones. It's so far from the source. The message is completely lost.
It's so hard to hear a guy doing an impression of me with an Australian accent, and he's doing it all. Like, he called me up. He clearly had no agenda.
Nothing to say.
Nothing to say. There was no reason to call me except he was going to go, lesbians, lesbians, lesbians.
He really is a shock jock. He does just yell penis and lesbian.
Yeah. He literally just did that. And I guess he wanted to hear me do it.
And he calls his show the Rubber Room. Whoa!
That's like the wacky room.
Yeah, oh, that's out there.
Hey, did you listen to what was on the Rubber Room this morning? The guy said lesbians to this guy in New York. Anyway, yeah, you were saying in the news.
I don't even know where I was after that interruption.
You got to pick up the pieces, that's all. And see if you can get back to it. Get your rhythm going.
I guess so. You've just floored me. Madonna's having a baby.
Yeah.
She and her trainer have now announced that she is 4 months pregnant. She will continue working on Evita.
Do you think he'll still train her?
And according to Liz Smith, the couple are ecstatic about this eventual new addition. The publicist for Madonna says she's radiant. You know how they always say, pregnant women get this beautiful glow. So Madonna is radiating that beautiful glow at this point.
Isn't it amazing that within the last 10 years we've seen the total acceptance of women announcing that they're just getting pregnant? No family, no husband.
No, nothing.
And Liz Smith, that fat cow, because she's such a Madonna ass kisser.
Thing that they banished, what's her name? What's Isabella Rossellini's mother's name? Ingrid Bergman. They banished her from the country.
Yeah.
Because she got pregnant by some guy she wasn't married to.
Right.
Now we throw you a party.
You ought to get pregnant from your trainer.
I wish I had one.
Yeah. When do we get you one?
No, I was just reading this, and it surprised me that no one cares anymore how babies are created.
Right. They don't care.
It just, whatever you do is fine. Have them any way you can, any way you want, whenever you want, under any silly circumstances. So I'm sure Madonna will be a fine mother.
Well,
because there are no rules.
The person she hires to raise the kid will be a fine mother, hopefully.
There are no rules that she can break, so everything will be fine.
Guaranteed, Madonna has the attention span of a gnat and will tire of the whole baby thing after about a year.
Well, that's the really sad thing about all this. I love these women who run around and they're so totally self-absorbed.
Yeah, she's committed to nothing.
And, now they think they want to have a baby. 2 weeks ago they thought they wanted a Mercedes and they got that. And now it's sitting in the garage. And now they think they want to have a baby. And when they figure out what that's all about, it goes right to the nanny.
Guaranteed she'll have about 3 weeks' worth of interest. I know I'm a totally self-absorbed person, but I got a wife.
And who's into being a mother.
That's right. I know that about myself. I said it to my wife when we had kids.
Unfortunately, there's some, I always admired Katharine Hepburn, because people would come up to her often and say, "Oh, but you never had any children." She said, "You can't do everything."
That's right.
I wanted to do this, and it would have been a terrible, negligent thing to do, to bring a child into this world and ignore it because I'm so absorbed with myself.
That kid will break all of Drew Barrymore's records, I believe. I believe the kid will be in rehab by the time.
One can only hope somehow it survives.
Dennis Miller said a cool thing on his TV show this week. He said, you got to be careful as a parent not to be like the hip parent. Mm-hmm. You can't be too hip because every kid has to rebel, and you're making it that much more difficult for your kid. Your kid has to literally shoot heroin in his feet.
Or kill 25 people.
To be more outrageous than you.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty funny. He told it much better, quite frankly.
Well.
Right. Kid will be an alcoholic by 4. Divorce his parents by 6.
Well, how many times do you have to read stories of the children of stars?
Right.
And how terribly neglected and out of it they feel.
Yeah, look at Jackie. His parents were very famous. Hey, let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll do the rest of the news for you right after these words.
You're listening to The Howard Stern Show. Nice. We're back with The Howard Stern Show. Here's Howard.
I saw Robin sitting there, but there she is. What were you doing? You're busy with that news.
Gary.
I see. Robin, what else is in the news?
Well, the lawyer for the Unabomber brings up something that...
The Unabomber.
Or the Unabomber suspect, shall we say.
He should be dead already.
Well, the way we run this country, maybe he won't have anything happen to him. Maybe he'll go back to his little cabin and continue to make bombs.
Why? What's going on?
Haven't you noticed the amount of material, the information we are learning from the investigation of his cabin?
Yes.
where do you think that information is coming from?
From the investigators.
Yes. And now these are people who shouldn't be leaking anything. You notice they never credit anybody with as being a source. It's always an unidentified source, or we hear that this or that has been found in that cabin.
Yes.
These things are not supposed to be leaked to the press.
Yeah, well. You know what?
And
Sometimes the press finds out, though, too, through
like what? How?
Well, I'll tell you exactly how.
They can't go to the cabin.
No, I'll tell you exactly how they find out. There are people who work in these jobs. By the way, these are just people. Most of them probably a little bit dishonest.
Oh, I thought they were something other than people.
No, they're people. They're just people. And what happens to them is they talk. They gab. It's not always through official, like someone going to say, hey, we better get together and leak this stuff. You got some guy who sits there and files this stuff. It's all very government.
He's a guy who's not supposed to talk.
Yeah, and he does. And you can't control these people. You don't know who's doing it. You've run a little business yourself over there. You've had people who work with you who talk too much. And that's exactly what happens.
The point is that this is a sensitive investigation.
Yeah, we know.
Go to the court.
Well, you're making sense, but a lot of things in life don't. And yeah, it's like the O.J. trial. People said, oh, my God, they stepped on the investigation with a book. Every investigation is somewhat tainted. These are people. They're not necessarily brilliant.
Now the lawyer for the Unabomber suspect is saying he wants the charges totally dismissed because the entire jury pool anywhere in this country has been tainted by the number of leaks.
Hey, he's trying. He's a lawyer. Hey, he's doing his thing.
But he's got a little point here.
Yeah.
Everybody's interested in this story, and now they're reading about all... Ted Kaczynski might as well just lock himself up now.
No, Ted Kaczynski's the Unabomber. There's no question.
But the point is, we do have this little thing in our country called innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah.
And if you don't give a person that opportunity, in the sense that they can seat a jury that hasn't already been unduly influenced in the negative on his behalf, he has to go free.
Yeah, it's not a perfect world. We're not applying it to robots. Hey, even black people are going to find this guy guilty. I'm telling you, I'm banking on this one. I say all black jury on this one. Go for it, black people.
Is that right now Ted Kaczynski is only charged with possession of some explosive material?
There you go.
However, they say his little cabin was a literal laboratory for bomb making.
That's like Fred's house. Him.
That he had all kinds of things. And, you know, a lot of people were giving that sketch artist hell because Ted Kaczynski was wearing dark glasses and a hooded thing in the composite sketch. Well, they found a couple of those hooded jackets at his place.
Right.
So apparently he used to use makeup as disguises, and he had glasses, and he had these hooded things. He had bus schedules. He had a list of... business executives from someplace, and they think they might have been, you know, his next victims. You know, he might have been trying to narrow down where he was going to send his next bomb, and it looked like he was going to head for the San Francisco area again to mail it off. So they think they have a heck of a lot of evidence. In fact, the FBI agent who is in charge of the whole investigation says he's never seen so much evidence against one person.
There was only one case where they saw that much evidence. It was O.J. Tell the Unabomber he's got nothing to worry about.
Oh, goodness. So anyway, whether he can get a fair trial or not, I don't know.
Hey, certainly the one guy who couldn't get a fair trial was O.J. All evidence leaked. They've got DNA. They got this. They got that. Guy got off.
Guess you got to sit the right jury.
That's right.
Down in Zebulon, North Carolina.
Zebulon, that's where Superman is from. Zebulon, North Carolina. What can possibly be going on down there that interests us, right?
What else? A tornado.
Oh, well, that's why we don't live there.
Jesse Adams says a twister hurled a horse right past his mobile home last night.
Wow. Did he get it on tape?
It happened just as his family was sitting down to eat in their little trailer. Why is it these tornadoes always pick on trailer parks?
Because God knows. God knows who has to go through tragedy.
Adam says we started praying, sweet Jesus.
Robert, no one's going to build a house for this tornado. Always in these trailer places. It's the only people you get that live there.
The storm ripped up the trailer park. But Adams, his wife, and 2 children were left unhurt, thank goodness. Others weren't so lucky. The tornado injured at least 20 people. 7 were rescued from the remains of 1 mobile home alone.
They ought to turn Jackiestown into a trailer park. Every couple of years, there's a complete flood that wipes everyone out. That's where you put trailers. Not people's homes.
It's amazing that, you know, these are the kind of communities you think you see in 1950s movies, but they still exist in this country.
Well, did you see the damage estimate from that tornado? $6.
We can surely take care of this disaster.
Right.
It is Child Abuse Prevention Month, and just to remind everybody that child abuse is ever present. A talk from a rape crisis instructor has led to a 9-year-old Troy girl blowing the whistle on her attacker. They have arrested Clifton Chapman, the third of Troy, who police accuse of abusing the girl at least 6 times during the last 2 years. The girl heard an instructor from the County Rape Crisis Center talk to her class about good touching and bad touching.
Yeah.
And she decided to tell her teacher what happened.
Can we get Jackie that lecture? So after the show, he's not giving bad touching on you?
All the bad touching?
Yeah.
Well, Robin Quivers is going to be giving a speech for the fundraiser of the Child Abuse Prevention Program, and that is exactly the kind of program they run. They teach children about good and bad touch. And that's going to be on April 25th from 5 to 9. In order to get tickets or information, you can call 718-834-5159.
Maybe Jackie ought to go to that lecture. About good and bad touch.
Well, he'd have to be an elementary school kid and sit in the class and see the puppet show.
You want us to get the puppet show for you, pal? Why don't you bring Jackie with you to that speech you're going to give? Let him demonstrate bad touching.
Well, I'm not giving a speech about bad touching. I don't know how to teach people that.
Try it.
I got Jackie to demonstrate.
You got a demonstrator.
Yeah. A Florida mom, listen to this. This is outrageous. A Florida mom reportedly has been charged with abuse for causing her 8-year-old daughter's chronic illness. They think she was doing this to collect health insurance and charity.
Oh.
This is a good idea.
The woman's name is Kathy Bush. She's accused of keeping her daughter Jennifer ill. Doctors now believe that she had poisoned the child with medications and contaminated her feeding tube with feces.
That's a good one.
Feces?
Yeah. Since birth, Jennifer has been hospitalized more than 200 times, undergone 40 surgeries, and has been subjected to countless tubes and medications.
And the kid's perfectly healthy. Except for the fact that mom's putting feces.
The girl's illness attracted the attention of First Lady Hillary Rodham Clinton, who invited Jennifer to the White House in 1994. She's now in a foster home. Woo!
What's her name? Kathy Bush?
Yeah.
Is her husband's name Harry? Harry?
Oh, dear.
Harry Bush.
A 23-year-old woman and her boyfriend were arrested today in New York in the death of her 9-month-old daughter, who had been repeatedly beaten and sexually abused. Unfortunately, some of the children who suffer abuse are too young to even have gotten to school. New York City police say the mother, Denise Williams, and 21-year-old Kevin Williams, who are not related, even though they have the same last name, were taken into police custody just after midnight in their Brooklyn apartment.
Did you ever get that puppet show when you were in school?
No, I did not.
You needed that. Seriously.
You're absolutely right.
Right.
They didn't have such programs when I was a child.
I used to perform those puppet shows in my basement.
Oh, I read about your puppet shows. Don't you tell me.
Puppets having sex. I started counseling children at an early age.
I think you were counseling old people, it seems to me.
Right.
People long past your years of learning.
Interesting.
Unfortunately, this poor 9-month-old child was discovered after a 911 call was made because she had blood dripping from her nose. They found bruises all over her body and the bodies of 3 other children in the home. Police rushed the baby to the hospital where she was pronounced dead at 4:40 yesterday afternoon.
Anything uplifting in that pile of paper you have over there?
I just wanted to highlight child abuse for a moment here as we go on. And now we'll go on to Elizabeth Taylor. Elizabeth Taylor is out and about once again trying to hawk some new perfume. This time it's her latest scent, Black Pearls.
No difference between her and Jackie selling his stuff on stage. Now she's like hawking perfume.
But do you know she has made more money from this perfume than she ever did as a movie star?
I don't care. Do you think I care?
I care.
I do too.
Anyway, she says she's doing just fine and dandy even though she's without a man. Her 9th or 8th husband, actually, has decided to fight her petition for divorce that she filed on February 5th, but she's managing just fine. She, however, does not think she will ever get married again.
Yeah, because I don't think there's a guy left on the planet that wants her.
You never know. The Beatles, Elton John, and the Rolling Stones, Mick Jagger, had the top 20 wealth list of Britain's richest rock stars.
Wow.
Paul McCartney is far and away the richest rock star with $400 million.
Wow. What? Hey, you still got to sleep with Linda. I don't care how much money he's got.
Way behind is Elton John with $210 million, followed by Phil Collins with $170 million.
How much do you think Sting has?
Mick Jagger, let me see if he's on the list, with $160 million. George Harrison, $140 million. And Ringo Starr and Keith Richards tying for 6th place, both with a cool $120 million. I thought Ringo was on hard times.
I'd give $200 million to get rid of Linda.
Really? You'd dump half your fortune?
Yeah, why not? I mean, that's more money than I'll ever need. Give me so I'll go off my $200 million. Let her go off with her $200 million. And the family dog.
Mark Knopfler has $95 million. Eric Clapton and Rod Stewart both at $90 million. And
Mark Knopfler has $95 million from Dire Straits?
Yes.
Wow.
Sting and David Gilmour both have $80 million fortunes.
How does Mark Knopfler have more than Sting?
Sting lost his money to his business.
Oh, that's right. Was Mark Knopfler Sting's business manager?
Maybe that's how he got the money.
Mark Knopfler had a couple of hits.
He must do something else.
I think
he got another job.
I think he has FU money. He's a glasses business. Eyeglasses, I believe he said. Anything else, Robin?
Magic Johnson, of course, has been made to be a little bit humble in the press because he wound up pushing a referee or having some kind of a confrontation with a referee in a game the other night. Yesterday, he learned that he's going to be suspended from 3 games and fined $10,000. Here he is, once again, to say he feels his punishment is justified.
Yeah, he's the last guy who should be pushing anybody.
I'm sorry that it happened, and especially after I come down hard on Nick and Cedric for the things that they did, and I'm supposed to set the example for not only them two and the guys for our team, but also for all the other players in the NBA, as well as all young players.
A couple of months ago, they were saying he shouldn't even be playing basketball. Now he's pushing refs around. And he was calling the other guy unmature.
Yeah.
Unmature.
What does that make him?
That makes him doubly unmature. Unmature. Somebody teach Magic Johnson that the word's immature.
Also in the news, there's a new survey, I guess. There are all these groups that watch television and tell you what it is doing well and what it's not doing well.
Right.
Now television has to spruce itself up because the Hispanic groups are getting together to see just how Hispanic people are being portrayed on TV.
See, I agree with this.
So a new report from the National Council of La Raza shows that the percentage of Hispanic characters on TV has risen. In fact, it's doubled since 1994, but that's not good because it was 1% in 1994.
So we're up to 2%?
2%.
That's not fair?
That's not good.
Right.
They say negative portrayals of Hispanic characters on TV have dropped dramatically. However,
that's good.
The number of Latino characters on TV has not risen as sharply as it might, considering that Hispanics make up 10% of the population, according to La Raza. Here is a Navarrete.
Does everything have to correspond, Robin, to what is in the population?
That's what I was saying about statistics not too long ago.
Yeah, I mean, who cares?
You can make a mountain out of a molehill if you're going to do this all the time.
Yeah.
But anywho, here's Lisa, I guess her name is Navarrete.
See?
To tell us which networks are doing the worst job.
The Fox network had gotten the worst grade in our last report, and now it has gotten the best grade. Actually, ABC has shown some improvement in their network as well. The only problem with ABC is that it's still a pretty low percentage of characters on the network, but they did show some improvement, especially in reducing the number of negative portrayals on the networks. The other two networks, CBS.
Oh, please. That's why TV sucks now. Because I tune in these shows, right? They got gangs.
Everybody's got to have the right mix.
Yeah, and every gang is like maybe one black guy, a Spanish guy, and like 19 white guys.
Yeah.
And you sit there watching and go, come on.
What is this, a dance?
I mean, yeah, what is this? Half of them look like they're gay.
NBC actually did worse from the last report card.
Oh, please.
Well, so it's NBC who gets the failing grade.
I think we ought to make Spanish our official language. And do away with this English.
And which shows are doing badly?
The reason they're the worst shows is because their settings are places where they would naturally have a Latino, or should have a Latino character, and they don't. And those are shows like Baywatch, Walker.
Baywatch should have a Latino?
Well, according to this woman.
I never see Latinos on the beach.
Well, you know, the one problem with all of these things is they act like there's integration in this country.
Yeah.
And that people actually communicate and are neighborly to each other. We still live in very segregated areas.
Yeah, they should,
for the most part.
Yeah, where do you see?
And this is how life is, you know.
Right.
Usually it's a bunch of white people together and a bunch of black people together when they're socializing.
Latinos can't swim, can they, Robin?
I don't know how.
Ranger, Renegade, some other shows that are set.
Renegade should have Hispanic.
And Texas, Walker, Texas Ranger.
Well, Chuck's Hispanic.
Chuck's everything.
Yeah.
Southern California, where the Hispanic population is about 40%, or Texas, where the Hispanic population is about 30%, yet neither one of these shows has a Hispanic character on it.
You got to run into a Hispanic every once in a while if you're in Texas, I suppose.
Only time, you talk about Baywatch, the only time I ran into a Latino on the beach is he wanted to braid my hair for like $10. I don't know what she's talking about.
You know exactly what she's talking about. She's talking about statistics and TV shows.
Anyway, Robin, anything else in the news?
Yeah, because I can't get into this other story. It's too complicated.
Okay, go ahead.
No, I don't want to get into it.
Oh, okay.
It's too complicated for me to explain now.
All right.
So let's go.
Plus, you know, we don't understand too much. Hey, E-Show tonight, the world's tallest woman tonight. By popular demand, the E-Show proudly presents the world's tallest woman. It's everything you wanted to know about the gentle giant, including our personal hygiene habits. For those of you who thought this was a man, it's not. Believe it or not, check it out tonight on E! Robin on TV last night, if you missed it. If you snooze, you lose, but
what?
You can see her in person.
Back announce a TV show?
Why not? But if you missed her on that, you can see her in person coming up on April
25th.
And you can call the number for tickets.
718-834-5159. It's the Child Abuse Prevention Program fundraiser.
Jackie the Marlowe Joke Man. You'll enjoy his very funny 2-hour video of his wild game Stump the Joke Man. Only $15 plus $4 shipping and handling. Spring special, buy two, get one free. Call 1-800-323-KING. Friday night, May 3rd, it's Jackie at the Troy Savings Bank Music Hall in Troy, New York. For more information, Sergeant Pecker info, call 516-9221. In Troy, Jackie is like the Beatles. They love him up there. Don't miss Steve the Gorilla, a.k.a. Prick, hosting a wild night of fun at Fantasies in Keyport, New Jersey this Thursday night, April 18th. Hey, if you're planning a wedding or party, who would you call?
Oh, I would call...
The smokiest bald bastard around.
Absolutely, Scott the Engineer.
At?
Bag 18.
No,
718 bag 5040.
All right, you're learning. Another 2 years, you'll know that number. You're the only one on the show who's come close to getting it. 718 bag 5040.
Scott Bag.
Bag, old bag, as in old. It's a bag on my head.
What are you? Welcome.
This is a journey